everybody else's hands, this is a microphone. In my hands, it's a pipe
Too much can be done on this mic that I ain't doing ready.
Pipe bomb. Pipe bomb.
Alright, so this is like the craziest thing, but I had these Primeval Titans, and I figured out entirely on my own that if you use Primeval Titan with cards like ramping stuff, and Green Sun Zenith, you can make a pretty good deck. I think I'm gonna call it Ramp Run. Okay, so he dropped down a mountain first. That doesn't really tell me anything. It could be a mirror match, could be it's a mirror match. Well, maybe. There's two different ramp decks right now. There's ramp with Huntmaster, and then there's ramp that's your more traditional ramp. My ramp deck was made purely to show off the power of Vorapede. Yes, he lolled because we made the exact same plays. And oh, by the way, it's Thrun, everyone's favorite midget. What do I do in this situation? Well, my theory is forget about the damage. Damage in ramp decks, since obviously if he's dropping down a Thrun on turn 4 and not a Huntmaster, then he's, you know, I don't really have much to worry about. Damage in that kind of deck is going to be done in one turn. But what I want to do is I want to slow him down. And I know that sounds stupid, but, you know, Acidic Slime, which, you know, might be one of my only ways of really getting rid of a Sword of War and Peace, especially if he was to put it on a Thrun, I'm using it to take out his lands. You know, I take out the lands, he doesn't, hopefully I get out my Primeval Titan and get my ramp ready before he does. Now this is a pretty cool addition. He added Faithless Looting to his ramp deck, which I think is exactly what this deck needs. It's a much better draw spell than just using Garruk Relentless's second, not Garruk Relentless, Garruk Primal Hunter's second ability. But, oh, and I'm glad to see that Soren's getting play, finally. Someone figured out a nice mono-white deck. Okay, now I could use this turn. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could use this turn to get out a Primeval Titan. What's he doing? Oh, okay, Faithless Looting again. It's smart. He knows kind of what's in my... Blue? What? Why is there an island? See, now nothing makes sense. I could play Primeval Titan, because I'm ahead in mana, right? But I want to get out that Acidic Slime, because it not only does it take out another land, which really, I mean, in his kind of deck, with his lack of access to red land, does have a potential of slowing down the ramp part of his ramp run, but also, regardless, but also, you know, if he was to play an Inferno Titan, I mean, he would have been up to 7 mana at this point. So I'm rather glad that he isn't. And I'm stuck on 6 lands, so I'm rather happy that he would have been ahead, basically. He could have blocked... He wasted both his Galvanic Blasts on Acidic Slime. Okay, this is interesting. Well, obviously he knows what I'm playing. He's up to 1, 2, 3, 4. He's up to 5 lands. I know what he's playing next turn. The thing is, though, I'm a turn ahead of him, which is what the Acidic Slime destroying his lands I was hoping to do. I didn't expect to take 12 points of damage from Thrun. I mean, he had 2 Galvanic Blasts, but now he can't use the Galvanic Blast with the Thrun to block my Primeval Titan, which is a nice little, you know, addition. And always in these matchups, count your land. Just always count your land. Count how much your opponent has and how much you have. because you don't really give a fuck about what's in his graveyard. I mean, this isn't a match about who's getting their graveyard filled up first. This is a match about who's how much mana can they deal, what's lethal, that kind of thing. So, okay. Now, what's good about... I took out Inferno Titan. The original version of this deck has an Inferno Titan in it. Let me bring in a Ghost Quarters, which is nice. And Ghost Quarters can actually work like a tectonic edge towards the... if you're playing a Wolf-Run deck, because, if they play Solemns, or they use Ramp 4 times, stuff like that, they, sometimes they just don't have basic lands and you get to destroy a land. And I played Wormcoil Engine. I didn't ramp, I didn't pump my guy up because there was absolutely no way I was dealing 20 points of damage. Then again, I don't think he could deal... he needs to deal 14 points of damage, and he only has, what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He only has 9 damage. And remember, I got rid of 2 of his Galvanic Blasts by not putting out, or not letting him hit me in the face with them. I mean, that was kind of a really important thing. I mean, that 4 damage could be the difference in this game. But he had to use it on the Acidic Slime instead of the instead of me, personally, because of course I'm gonna block. Are you stupid? Should have attacked with both, though. Probably would have given him a better chance to win. And he could have ramped it up and did some extra damage. It wouldn't matter. Slagstorm would suck here. What's he doing? Oh, Primeval Titan Part 2. Okay. Get more lands. Sigh. I only have 1 Primeval Titan. I just draw it every game in my opening hand. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Galvanic blasting with Metalcraft. Yep, that's right. You didn't see that coming. And that was the difference in the game right there. So I'm just going to attack with all 3, and that should be game. And yes, I'm going to make a mistake here, but remember, I did not know I was playing in a standard tournament, and to be honest, this is like the 3rd game I've played with Ramp Run. I really, before this I was playing Delver. I played against it, but, I'm kind of playing on the go, and I know that a lot of you guys played it when you had Valakut, but I, didn't play Valakut Primeval Titan. I like to get out all my dual lands, the ones that come into play tap, with the Primeval Titan. I feel like that makes the most sense. But really, in the end, this all comes down to the Galvanic Blast winning the game for me. Oh, and even though I made a misplay here, which doesn't really cost me the game, but it's still a misplay, I know how much mana he could potentially deal to me, so it's a calculated risk, but a risk, a stupid play, nonetheless. I'll call it a risk, but it was more of just my own stupidity. That's what I want. Now I'm gonna do a lot of tapping, so grab some popcorn or your dick or something, watch some porn. I don't know what you kids do nowadays. And I gained a bunch of life, which is great if he attacks me with Inkmoth Nexus. Now he's going to point out my misplay, which I figured out after, after this, but whatevs. I deal 6 plus 3, Remember, he would have been up to 5 if I hadn't blasted him in the face with Galvanic Blast. Yes, I am aware that if I had used it on the other side, that would have been game over. To be honest, I thought he had an Ancient Grudge in hand. That's why he had the 2 mana untapped. And I was almost going to use the ramp on the Primeval Titan. Because, you know, getting around Ancient Grudge is about as much fun as... It's not fun. I'm doing math now. He's doing math, and he could do 9 poison counters to me. And he can't do... you know, going with the lifelink wasn't terribly stupid. I mean, he can't kill me with Thrun. He can't kill me with Inky. So... he ramps it up, figures it out that he can only get +8, which sucks balls, but it happens. And then this is where I use Gut Shot? Nah. Okay, I won the game. Yay! Okay, my sideboard's terrible. It's just flat out terrible. It's not made for the decks of today. It needs to be changed entirely. But I could definitely afford to take out Slag Storms or Whip Flares. Yeah, definitely put in those things, whatever they do. I think they destroy artifacts. I don't know why I kept in the Whip Flares. I mean, they're kind of purposeless. I don't think he's playing Birds of Paradise or whatnot. I'll put in another Thrun, I guess Surgical Extraction? I don't know, I can't ever make up my mind, and yeah, so, alright, this is a pretty good, oh, he does have Birds of Paradise, okay, that's good, it's good to know, good stuff. I guess taking out Whip Flare wouldn't have been a good decision. If he was playing the that's what I don't need though. Start picking up cards that are just gonna sit in hand. That's why I like Faith. I want to try and work Faithless Looting into this deck. And I know this may seem kind of unexciting, but hey, at least I'm not playing a Delver deck. So that would bore the hell out of me. Let's ramp for some ramping. See, I told you I only have 1 Primeval Titan. I just keep getting it in my opening hand. It's the weirdest fucking thing. Huntmaster of the Fells? What is that? That must be one of those newfangled cards all the kids be talking about. Well, I have this thing called Slag Storm that used to be really good in SOM block drafts. And also, you can use it to deal damage to each player. I don't even know why they gave it that option. Oh shit. He brought out the Tempest Rampant Growths. I have those. I just put whatever comes up first. Is that weird? I mean, should I like go through all my promos and make sure that... I mean, okay, I made sure all the lands are Zendikar. You know, but should I go through all the promos and shit? I mean, make sure everything's shiny? I don't know. There's a fairly useless Thrun, but I have Primeval Titan now, so I'm happy about that. Yes, I would like to use his ability. Get 2 Kessig Wolf-Runs. It's where the Kessig take their wolves to poop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he has no Titan in hand. Makes you question what is in his hand. Well, that's game. I mean, there's 2 win conditions right there. But I'm not going to play the Wormcoil engine. I'm just going to ramp up the Titan. Like, was all his hopes hinged on me not playing a card that pretty much everyone playing this deck plays, and that's Whipflare or Slagstorm? I don't know. Okay, and scene? Yes, thank you. Good game, sir.